Welcome back. That line, I want you to tell me, what do I do? Exactly. I want you to tell me, what do I do if I'm in a competition and been running for almost 2 hours and then somebody else wins? What do I do? Do I stop knowing that they have won, or should I just finish the race?
Get to the finish line.
So even if you're the last person, just keep pushing. You'll get there shortly. Okay, so we're talking a bit of sports. It has always been a major unifying factor for Nigerians. When a sporting event, particularly a football match, is on display, Nigerians temporarily forget about what ethnic group or religion, or sometimes they even forget sex, as in male, female. No, they forget all of that. It's about the game.
Yes.
Now, a lot of successes have been recorded in football over the years. However, these successes have been at the detriment of other sports. Nigeria's performances at international sports tournaments such as the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games, and the All-Africa Games are most of the times poor. Now, there have been different efforts to develop other sports, like ongoing Lagos City Marathon, which is calling more attention to athletics, having almost 100,000 people with 64 elite athletes from across the world. Indeed, the man who won it last year has won it again. He has retained that title. I think it's Abraham or Ibrahim Kiptaka or Kiptoon? No, Kiptoon or something. I'm seeing someone wrote it down, but I'm still trying to get that very well. Anyway, he has won it again. But the point is, the development of this sport, attention to other kinds of sports in the country, not just football. What's being done about that? How can we get to that point where even the private sector, I like the fact that this is a private sector driven event.
Public-private partnership.
Public-private partnership, but can we get more? More. Yeah. But okay, so it's not about us.
Sports development.
Yeah. Let's talk sports development. We have in the studio editor Premium Times sports editor Premium Times, Jide Alaka. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And Oluseyi Oyebode is a sports expert. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, so let's begin with you. The race is on. I mean, the Lagos City Marathon is on. Indeed, there's a winner already. But the others are still coming from behind. And if you notice, the winner is the same person that won the last year. And he had his compatriots behind him, first, second, third, and all. But I do know that there will be some Nigerians coming far behind. So let's look at, generally speaking, how would you rate our efforts at developing the other sports, even developing football as well?
Well, the basic thing is marathon all over the world is being used to propagate the interest of sports development. Beyond that, you look at the cities too. It's a means of generating funds to popularize most of these big cities and bring tourists to come and see what the city has to showcase to the whole world. We have the London Marathon, we have the New York Marathon, and this is Lagos Marathon. You know, Lagos is the mega city in Nigeria. But I haven't said that if you have a program like this, what is expected is beyond the program. What are the kind of benefits that people can have? It's quite unfortunate that beyond the program we don't have feedback. When other countries do host Olympics, World Cups, they tell you these are the kind of benefits they've gotten after the program, but it's always a reverse situation in Nigeria because the benefits supposed to rub off on the development of sports generally. It may not be in football. Like the last time we planned to host the World Cup, I couldn't remember. I know FIFA did one or two things instead of in bringing some of these facilities to Nigeria, and we are aware that a lot of issues concerning those facilities. But previously, we've advocated that, look, if we want a genuine sports development, we need a sports forum that we can bring all this on board and see how we are going to harness the opportunities. For example, if you're in London, like we are talking now, you see parents taking their children to various sports ground to enlighten them, to give them the basic orientation and support them. They show love. And you see a lot of coaching taking place at the tender age of 4. Whereas you have an average Nigeria coming into these sports at the tender age, at the average age of 15, 20. And when you are now presenting a player of 30 years to play under 17 tournament, you know, it's a big issue. So that's why we've been celebrating winning minor games at the expense of the bigger games. Because
I thought we had gone beyond that age cheating issue.
No, it's a general thing. Beyond football, I normally tell people an average copper, because he wants to attend
compulsory National Youth Service.
That is number one. You know, in those days, I'm not sure, some of all these companies, they do this, I'm trying to remember the name given to that program. They invite a lot of coppers to do examination whatsoever, and they discover that there is a specific
management
age.
Training.
Management training, thank you. There's a specific age accrued to that program. So everybody needs to go back now, doctor your CV, changes everything. Even in the ministry, it's a big problem. You will see a man of 70 years old telling you that he's 65 because he wants to collect all the necessary. So the age problem is not only peculiar to sports.
And it's because, from what you said, it's because we don't start on time.
No,
is that what you mean? Because if you have to wait till you're 15, 14 before you get into mainstream sports, you know, is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is we all need to be involved. The first agent of socialization is home. When you discover a talent, like I have my boy now, 4 years. We've been taking him to my academy, that is the Dynaspo Academy in Unilag, where we train children like I'm talking to you now. The training is going on. From 4, you'll be marveled with what you see. We've been discovering a lot of talent, but it's always very, very difficult at that level. You have to be patient to work with these keys, but the talent are always there. Not only in football, we also do tennis, we do KISS athletics. The KISS athletics has been in existence since 2005 from IWAF, but it's not all over Nigeria. So we are just trying to propagate it, to take it into schools now, to say this is the basic way that an average teacher should start teaching. So when you have an awesome programs, PE teachers are aware of what is going on. Then when the child moves out of school, he has gained some element of good training background, then it's now going to proper coaching. We finished a program with Lagos State Basketball Association now, training coaches. To tell them these are the basic rudiments, these are the expectations that you need to give. Not until when the structure is on ground that we have a sort of a production line where we get our coaches from. The most important thing is what you don't have, you don't give. We have problem with coaching in Nigeria. Most of the coaches are not certified. So when you don't have good teachers, what do you bring out?
You have gone from the resource to the manufacturer to the manager to the personnel. You have just gone all round. You painted the whole picture and it looks quite bleak. But let me come to you, Jide. He's talked about academies. Discovering this talent begins from the home. So before we go to look at the home, discovering the talent and what to do with them, let's go back a bit to when he talked about this kind of sports. The marathons used to attract people into the city and all, but it's quite difficult getting sponsors to sponsor some of these events.
But the first thing, and like you said, it is not a sports problem. It's a Nigerian problem. The first thing when you say private, she was saying it was private and government sponsorship. What does private enterprise want? Integrity. If I give you 2 naira to organize the sport, I expect 2 naira to be spent organizing the sport. Okay, when you now find out that it was just 20 kobo that was spent, would you do it next year? There's no point, because everybody, you rub my back, I rub your back. That is the way sport is done in the world. And sport is a serious money generating funnel. It's just that, unfortunately, like he has painted, we have not gotten the basics right. So the people that are supposed to know that, okay, at this point, this is what we're supposed to do. This money is for investment. It is when you invest that you get results. If you don't invest, you don't get anything. If you don't plant, you cannot reap anywhere. So what he has said, for me, I was just laughing inside, because basically he has said everything. if you want me to sponsor something, show me integrity. Show me that you are going to use my money to do that thing that you have promised.
So it's about integrity on one part.
Integrity on every part. It's mentioned it from the home. Unfortunately, this week news broke that a